The last item we have to talk about is the TBS UNIFY Pro HV video transmitter. It's a 5.8 video transmitter of 25, 100, 400, and 1 milliwatt, I believe, or 1000 milliwatts. I'm sorry, that would be 1 watt. 1000 milliwatts and 1 watt are the same creatures. Rotate this again. So I put that video transmitter right across these 4 pins. This is the video out to the transmitter, out of the flight controller. This is the voltage out. I made that voltage equal to my camera voltage by bridging these 2 solder pads right here. Had to do that to get the correct voltage to this VSW. The TBS UNIFY Pro requires 6 to 36 volts, and 5 volts was below its requirements. Got ground right here, and on UART 4 I chose the transmit pin to transmit smart audio data to the UNIFY Pro. We don't need to listen to the UNIFY Pro for anything, so this receive pin is not connected. So that was serial 4, using the transmit pin TX4 right here of UART 4, which for us in Ardu is serial 6. So if we look inside the copter, at serial 6, we'll see the protocol is equal to 37 right here, smart audio. The baud rate is 4, which signifies 4800 baud. That has to do with the smart audio protocol. And right here you will either have a 4 for half duplex option, and if it doesn't work for you, the first thing you should try is to come in here and invert or change the logic on that pin by clicking right here. Pull it down instead of up. Change its logic. It just so happens I needed to have that done for mine to work. So it may be a 4 or maybe a 68. Probably won't be anything else. Over in the video transmitter section, you enable VTX by changing this from a 0 to 1. These other items will pop in there. You don't really have to do much here. The video frequency, the channel will pop itself in when it's ready. Just have to enable VTX. Other than that, you need to go in figuring out an RC channel. I chose RC channel 7 for a switch on my radio. So therefore I came to RC7 option and set it to a 94, which is video transmitter right here. The only other thing I did was come into my OSD on a screen and set up this. This is VTX power right here. You can see it. That's all there was to that. We don't need that. While I'm here, I'm going to change that switch message from RC change, because what was going on in that last video, when I was popping that switch between its 3 positions, every time it changed PWM, it jumped round robin through these screens. And that's including when you're going backwards. What I really want there is PWM. And with that set that way, then this right here will be from 900 to 21. Whoops. No. Oh, I see they're all the same right now. I have to switch them. I have to set them. Oh, Lord. From 900 to 1200 is screen 1. From 1201 to 1500 is halfway. 1700. I'll have to play this with this later to see if it even works. From 1701 to 2100. Fine. Now maybe based on those PWMs set in these values, I can switch between my 3 screens instead of it every time. The way I had it up here, RC change, when that switch was all the way up and it was sitting there on screen 1, when it went to the center position, it went to screen 2. When it went to the third position, it went to screen 3. When it went back to the center position, it went back to screen 1. When it went back to the top position, it went back to screen 2. Just on any RC change you see, it changes screens. Now it's based on a PWM. And right here's one of those fonts I might play with these particular ones that come with it for fixing that run cam thing. Got a little bit off track there, people. Do I do that? So,
welcome to OpenTX.
Now with our perimeter here, I'm going to stick that on screen 3 just for kicks and grins. I'm going to put it in essentially the same place right there. All right. I don't know that you have to do this, people. I just do it. And I'm still building my original parameters list. All right. So imagine my delight when I then plugged it in and it just really didn't work right. It let me go from 25 milliwatts to nothing. On or off, basically. That was all. Couldn't do much else with it. With the Agent X or anything. So I started digging and found out that these things come from the factory locked. Only a certified FCC ham license owner can unlock them. I guess that's what they think. So they send them where, in order to acknowledge that you have your ham license, you have to put it into channel change mode and then hold down the button for 30 seconds and it comes out of locked mode, and all the other powers can be gotten to then, and all sorts of features can be gotten to after that. It works great after that. But imagine me after I did all this stuff in Arduino and wired it up, sorted it, and then it just wouldn't work. But again, it's the first UNIFY Pro I've ever had. When I get another one, it'll just be a piece of cake. I'll know exactly what to do, how to do it. It won't be a single thing. But let me show you just a little bit of yesterday what I ran into and how I found out, yeah, you're locked. There we go. There's the LED on the TBS UNIFY. It's locked. That's why there's a solid blue LED right there right now. I need to get that changed. So now then, got our camera. We can apply a little voltage. Pop up our video receiver. There we are on 25 milliwatts. We'll go to the middle screen. Yeah, go to that last screen. Yeah, go back to the middle screen. Oh yeah, go back to the screen 1. Yeah. Go straight to screen 3. Yeah, I got that switched the way I want it now. Okay, I'm going to start moving up my slider switch on my radio. Move it up just a little bit, and I pop up to 100. Oh, I'm not getting part of my message, but I'll come back to that on the way down. Pop it up to about half. Got 400 milliwatt output. And there we have 1,000 milliwatts. I'm going to go back to my first screen because you also get your power and stuff in the message. I'm going to power down. Yesterday, like I said, I had it on 1 watt for quite a while. There's 400. Power 400. Power. There you go. That message needs to be moved. It's in the way of... I haven't messed with this much. Down just a little bit more, and it goes down to 100 milliwatts. Down just a little bit more, and we go to 25 milliwatts. Down just a little bit more, and we cut off the video transmitter completely. Don't know what else I need to say about the TBS UNIFY Pro and smart audio out. So that's kind of the videos I owed you guys on the little things that I didn't do in my other setup videos on the firmware parameters that made all these things I connected. The ESC, the RC receiver with telemetry, the video transmitter, the RunCam camera. Didn't talk about the compass and GPS module I attached, but it wasn't much more deep than the way we hooked it up, and it didn't need any kind of configuration except for calibration and basic stuff that I needed to talk about extra. But these other parts were different, and I felt I owed you a little bit of what I did with them anyway. All right, guys. Thank you. Now you're caught up to my pre-tune flight of yesterday. Thanks again.